Hey folks, welcome back to Guitar Wishlist. My name is 3-Chord Dave, and today we're talking about the Gibson Q3000. What a cool guitar it is. Anyway, check this out. This book right here, the 1001 Guitars That You Should Dream of Playing Before You Die, heavily influences every episode of Guitar Wishlist. So if you like Guitar Wishlist, check out the guitars in the book form. Links are in the description below. You can check out your copy, or if you want to give it to somebody as a gift if they like guitars, it's a very cool gift that won't set you back lots of money. It's also full of guitars all the way back to like the 1600s, all kinds of guitars, bass guitars, acoustics, electrics, ukuleles, everything's in there. So check it out, very cool book. Now let's talk about this Gibson Q3000. What is it and where did it come from and why has it got a weird name? Well, let's talk about the name first of all. So yes, I'm calling it the Gibson Q3000. You could also call it the Gibson Alpha 3000. Some people will also call it the Q300. There were slight variations, but the one we're looking at is the Q3000. And it's interesting because there was a whole Q series. So let's just wind it back. There was the 1980s, the early 80s were, not the best time Gibson has ever had. Slash was a few years away from saving them by reintroducing the Les Paul to popularity. And hair metal was king. People were just playing like Jacksons and Fenders all over the place. And nobody was playing a Gibson. So yeah, they weren't really doing their best. Norlin were struggling to come up with ideas. And in fact, they did their best though. They came up with the US1, the M3, the Corvus, and these. So yeah, you had the Q1000, 2000, 3000 and 4000. Very few of them made over the four different ranges there. The differences being you had the Q1000 had a single humbucker in the bridge position. The Q2000 had a P90 in the neck position and a humbucker in the bridge. This is the Q3000. This had a P90 all over the place. 3 P90s. So yeah, in every position there. And then the Q4000 had everything. It was all bells and whistles version of this guitar. Now, as you can see, it's a Super Strat model. It had a 3-way selector switch as well and a phaser pickup switch. So you don't see those every day on Gibsons, do you? This had a mahogany body with a mahogany neck. On that mahogany neck, you would find a real ebony fretboard. You don't see them very often on Gibsons anymore. And then you also had the Kahler flyer locking trem system, which absolutely nobody would want today. But in the 80s, they were selling guitars with them on it for some reason. Anyway, those are the main specs. Of course, you had that hockey stick style headstock as well, the kind of 6-in-a-line one that they went with. Again, trying to appeal to more Fender-y, Jackson-y kind of customers and bringing them over to the Gibson side. Did it work? No, not really. But they're still pretty cool guitars. They're available in a few different colors. There was the red one that you can see here. There was black, and there was a very, very rare pink one. If you can get your hands on one of them in good condition, it's worth quite a bit of money. And here's where we talk about rareness in guitars. Because you go on Reverb, you're looking for guitars, and every second guitar has rare in capital letters, and they're never feckin' rare guitars. Like a 2015 Les Paul Standard. That's not rare, pal. It's just not. I'm sorry. A 2016 Les Paul Studio. Yeah, still not rare, pal. So all these kind of things just drive me crazy looking at the used market. However, the Q3000s and the 2100, they are actually rare because very few of them were actually made. Of course, they were put into production in 1985, and it was 1986 when Gibson were sold from Norlin to the Henry J and all his buddies. They did a great job for a minute. Anyway, let's hope history doesn't repeat itself. But yeah, they were kind of running out of ideas at this point, so they didn't make a whole lot of these because they didn't sell particularly well. Anyway, I still think that they're pretty cool looking back on them now. They're a slice of Gibson history that, not too many people have in their collection. I did go looking for one of these before making this video and couldn't find one. So yeah, that's how rare they are. In fact, it was difficult to get a decent picture of them just to put over here. So yeah, these are actually rare guitars. Now, if you were to find one in good condition that you wanted to pick up, it's going to cost you somewhere between $2,500 and $3,000. Do you think that's worth it? I'm a big fan of 80s Gibsons, so yes, I think it'd be worth it. Also, P90s. You can't go wrong. You get 3 of them in this, and they're pretty cool. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of the Gibson Alpha Q3000/Q300. in the comment section below. Make sure you hit like and subscribe to the channel because that's important too. And let me know everything you think about these guitars. Make sure you watch all the guitar wishlist videos, and I'll be back with another guitar video very soon. And until then, take care.